Good morning from Lang Co. We are halfway between the Nang and Hue. It's a region that a lot of Vietnamese love, but most tourists actually miss. And I wanted to show you something a little bit different. Now, the coast of central Vietnam has so many great beaches and accommodation, but I reached out to Banyan Tree because they offer something really special. Now, of course, they have the beachfront that way, but our villa, a lagoon villa, is facing this way. And instead of the beach, we are looking out onto lush landscape, mountainside, the country. In front of me, there is this river, and it's the beginning of lotus flower season. This is a special place, and it is so calm and peaceful to wake up in the morning. Oh, the sun is out and the day is just beginning. So if you watch my channel, you probably know that Alan usually doesn't eat breakfast with me, but the breakfast here is so good. It's really, really good. And so he wakes up for it. And the nice thing is actually breakfast is from 6:30 to 10:30. So, you know, it's 9:30. He's up now. We can go eat. But that's not the best part of breakfast. Wait until I show you. There are a couple of ways to get around here. They actually have a buggy service, so you can just call and they'll take you wherever you want to go on the property. Or you can take one of the bikes. A lot of people do, like biking all over the place. And then third, you can just walk. We are so close to Azur, which is the breakfast where you have breakfast. They also, I think, are open for lunch, maybe dinner, but the food here is really good and it's Vietnamese, which, you know, I'm here in Vietnam. I want to eat Vietnamese food. So on this property, you can either stay at the beach or you can also stay where we are on the river. I actually love it. It's the beginning of lotus flower season, and we've stayed on so many beaches. I'm really a beach person, but to actually have that view with the lotus flowers on the river is spectacular. I have to say, the buffet is the best way to start the day here because there are so many options. Of course, they have lots of international options. They have lots of healthy options like this green juice, and we've got this chia porridge, lots of fresh fruit here, but so much Vietnamese food. So Banyan Tree is Singaporean owned, and you know, Singapore, food country, they get it. But I think they also respect the local culture. They have hot noodle options. They have a stand where they will make noodles for you on the spot. Then they have all of these little local snacks that you will find on the street, but you can try it here and they explain what they are. And also Bánh canh. So Bánh canh is a noodle from central Vietnam. It is a thick noodle made from rice or tapioca, and inside it could be a lot of different things. Like the actual broth is light, full of flavor, and then they flavor it with things like pork hock, fish cake. Sometimes you might find some shrimp or fish in it. It's different everywhere you go, but it's definitely a taste of place. The noodles actually are so thick. It's almost like big udon noodles. So good. This is a delicious way to start the day. I ordered too much food. I don't care. There are all of these things that I have not tried, and Central Vietnam has some of the best food in the country, so I want to make sure I have a little bit of everything. Can you hear that? Those are birds. So you can hear birds and see them all the time, which I think is really great for an area because it shows that the land is healthy. So many birds around. I do think actually you can go bird watching here if you're a birder, but they also have tons of other activities. They have yoga several times a day. There's a gym. You can rent stand-up paddleboard and kayak. You can also rent a jet ski. They have a steamboat that goes into a fishing village, which I really wanted to do, but unfortunately I think the ocean is not cooperating, so that's not going to happen today. They also have a golf course. I'm not a golfer, but it looks onto rice field. It's very cool because you can also see water buffalo there. So it's May 16th, and I would say it's probably maybe 30 degrees right now, 30 Celsius. I'll put up there what it is in Fahrenheit. But we are heading into summer in the north where it gets much warmer. The good news about that is that it is also the start of the lotus flower season. So if you come here in July, it will be summer, it will be warm, but the lagoon will be completely filled with lotus flowers, which is supposed to be beautiful. But we're not in summer yet, and I can see ahead of me there are some clouds moving in. So staff did warn me that we're not in summer, The weather can be a little bit erratic and it could get a little bit rainy today. So I think what we're going to do is look to see if we can go into town because we have so many great recommendations. Maybe, hopefully, bypass the rain that could come. The weather forecast did call for rain this afternoon, but I will tell you this about Vietnam and Southeast Asia as a whole. You cannot trust the weather. Do not bother looking up what is going to happen today because you don't know if it's really going to rain until you feel it on your skin. And this is the room. This bed, so big, so comfortable. They have a number of different pillows. They ask you if you think one is too soft, too thin, they'll change it for you. TV that we never use. They also have essential oils here, along with incense that they will light at night, which is actually really nice and calming. My favorite part is coming up. It is not this desk, although this desk has been fantastic, but you can see all of my camera stuff. I've just really made a mess out of it. But it's this right here. It is this giant bathtub, which I used within the first hour of coming here because I haven't had a bath in so long. I know some people think taking a bath in not your home is weird, but this was fantastic. Bathroom, shower, and then what I love is they actually have his and hers closets with bathrobes. I just feel like bathrobes are really the mark of a good hotel, and I like this one because it's so light and it's humid here, so these are actually quite nice. And then also, I think Alan really loves his and hers because you will see he is really neat. He keeps things neat and organized. And if we come over here, either he organized it, which he does sometimes, or staff here did, but I'm just not a neat person when it comes to things like that. But I have to say, really loving it here. Very comfortable. I love just having this outdoor space. As nice as the beaches and the pool is, it doesn't beat hanging out here. We've just spent like all our time here so far, and I think we're going to be spending a lot more over the next couple days. All right, that was quite the drive. Alan is just taking a break because he did so much work in crazy driving conditions. Google Maps took us down a dirt road at one point where it was very muddy and I had to get off a couple times just so he wouldn't get stuck in the mud, and he had to constantly navigate his way through puddles. Then we got on regular road and it started pouring rain, and then it took us onto the highway, which you never want to be in Vietnam. We made it here. We're about to have Bánh. Now, this is a dish that was recommended to us by our concierge at Banyan Tree, and she is from Hue, and she said this is a dish very special to the region, very special to central Vietnam, but especially Hue. And this spot right here, she says, has the best one in Lang Co. Although we do have to go to Hue to eat the real thing, she said this is as close as you're gonna get. What's really cool about it is it's like this flatbread made with tapioca. I think there's some egg in it as well. And then they put it in the filling. So mine has both pork and shrimp. Alan got just shrimp only. They were able to make it. They make it in cast iron over wood. You can see there's wood behind me. It's pretty crazy. And then what people do is they either tear off some pieces or they actually just put this filling and they basically eat it like a taco. It's only 5,000. In fact, if you get it without anything in it at all, it's only 3,500, which is fantastic. Now, the dipping sauces that they have, some mam nem, which I love from this region. It has fermented flavors. I can tell this one is strong because you just smell it and it has like a funky flavor. So if you don't like funky flavors, you might want to go light on that. And then also, I think this is like a fish sauce. They also told me I could put the other condiments, some chili, which I might not do because I've had some spicy food today, and some cha. I think it's also called calamansi in the Philippines, and basically it just gives you this citrus aspect to it. So it's a little bit of acid that will break it up. All right, I'm going to eat it like a taco because it rolls up very well. I would like to have some of this cucumber. Let's get in sprouts here. Oh, and some fresh mint. And then I think I'm just gonna roll it up. It's really tasty. The mint, like, balances out the fermented funky flavors, and it's just light, bright, but also has lots of umami. This is really good. It's a little bit messy, but I think it's just one of those foods, the street foods from around here, that it doesn't really matter. You can always wash your hands later. So for those, we each had 2, only 20,000 altogether. It was fantastic, but I would say what makes it is this, which is the mam nem. And it's just like this earthy, funky flavor that on its own, maybe you wouldn't want to have a spoonful of it, but in a dish, it makes things so good. And I think this is one of the dishes in Vietnam that not a lot of tourists have, but they really should. So I'm so thankful to our concierge, Yen, who said, you know, we should come in and try this. And actually, a lot of the staff said, you should go into town because they have so much good food there. And they were right, so much good food. I'm hoping later we can also try some seafood. So things didn't go to plan, but you'll just have to take my word for it that the lagoon is supposed to be fantastic. Lots of things to do when the sun is out. When it's raining, not so much. So we did not stay there. Instead, we drove 15 minutes north, about halfway on our way back to Banyan Tree, and we came here last night. It's a spot that one of the staff recommended, so good, fresh seafood on the beach, open air. Last night the spot had locals. Today it's Thursday, 3 p.m. So I think people are either hiding from the rain, they're working, or maybe they're sleeping, but they're not here. But I promise you, this is a good spot. We've ordered 3 dishes and a beer. So I know that ordering at a local restaurant, especially if they don't have any English, is very intimidating, but that is really where you're going to find the best food. This spot did not have a menu in English, but basically Google Translate is your friend. Learn how to use it, download it, and then download the local languages like Vietnamese so that you can use it even if you don't have data at the time. So all I did was I took a picture of the menu and it translated the whole thing for me. So we knew that there were snails and clams and squid and crab and shrimp and a bunch of other things, and that you could have it more than one way. So for example, these oysters, you can have them with the lemongrass and chili, or you can have them with cheese. And then also for the shrimp, it is tom shrimp rang mei, which is tamarind. Tamarind shrimp. I've only ever seen it in Asia, but it is so good. And then we also have, which is a new one for us to try, it is clams in a lemongrass sauce. So don't be afraid to use Google Translate. Most staff are really patient, and Vietnamese also use Google Translate all the time. So don't worry about it. Just get used to it, pull it out. I use it multiple times every day. It's just now part of my life. And for them, anytime I have any questions or want to make sure that there's no pork, they're very accommodating as well. Now, to be honest, I've always been someone that didn't like to add a lot of things to seafood. I think that even with oysters, the briny taste of them is great on its own, but I've had them briny and I love all of these just really cool flavors here. So it's lemongrass, we've got some green onion, and then also peanuts. It just adds like such a nice texture and flavor. The peanuts are really fantastic. And it's a little bit spicy, which is why I got a beer. Now, I will warn you, when you eat shrimp in Asia, it usually has the head on it. It's not a big deal, don't freak out, but you're going to have to take it off yourself. In fact, a lot of times, unless you're in like a very Western restaurant, it's going to have the whole shell on. So all you do, just be prepared to get a little bit messy. And then you can choose to either pick the shell off, or sometimes I just start to eat it and the shell kind of comes apart in my mouth. Put it back in the sauce, because that's where all the flavor is. This sauce is amazing. And then these clams in lemongrass and some crispy shallots on top. I have not always been the biggest fan of clams. We don't eat them a lot in Nova Scotia, where I live in Canada, although the other provinces do. I think mostly because they don't have a lot of meat. All right, I'm gonna get some of this. And then I think on the bottom is that where you get all the little lemongrass sauce. Take a little bit of this. Don't wanna eat the lemongrass. Oh, that lemongrass is good. Not too lemony, and the shallots are perfect.
Look what we've got here. Sunny day. All of those clouds went away. It's blue skies. Fantastic. We're going to hit the pool. You know, being in a tropical country, you kind of have to be ready for rain one moment and then sun the next, and we are just ready for this pool. I'm going to end the video here. In the next video, you're going to see me in another country. I'm sad to leave Vietnam, but I think this was the perfect way to end it. What a beautiful place.